Congratulations, admitted transfer student, UC Berkeley Golden Bears. We're really proud to admit you to our incoming class of 2024. This is your Map at Berkeley portal here, and we're here to go over the basics of this, but the main premise of this video is to go over the update form. As you see in the resources section of your Map at Berkeley homepage, you'll be able to read your conditions of admission, which are requirements that you'll be held to maintain your transfer admission eligibility to UC Berkeley. If you would like to view your financial aid and scholarship award offer, you'll be able to click on the next hyperlink or hit the Proceed to Cal Central button to view your financial aid offer letter and accept or decline any financial aid offers awarded to you. The last section is the frequently asked questions. If you click on the hyperlink for the FAQs, you'll be directed to commonly asked questions by admitted transfer students, and hopefully you'll find the answers to your general questions in that section there. If you have any updates to provide us, any changes to your courses, a grade that was a D grade or lower, or any other things that may result in you breaking your conditions of admission, we would like to know about that. So in the questions and updates box, this is one area where you'll be able to find the link to something called the update form. The update form will go into greater detail in a second here, but there's another way that you can access the update form off of your Map at Berkeley homepage. In the forms section, there's a hyperlink to undergraduate admissions update form, and that takes you to the same thing. So we'll click on the update form. And once the update form loads, you'll see these different category areas. You can choose one or multiple areas if you have multiple updates to share all at once. If not, you'll click the one area that you have an update for and provide the detailed information for that specific update. We'll go one by one individually for each category. The first one is, I will no longer meet the breadth requirements as required by my college. For students in the College of Letters and Science, that could include Letters and Science Essential Skills Breadth, UC Reciprocity, or a full UC IGETC certification. If you're a student that was not admitted to the College of Letters and Science, the breadth might be slightly different for that third option. So if you click on this box, it'll ask you which breadth requirement you are not fulfilling. So you'll pick full UC IGETC, UC Reciprocity, or if you're an LNS student for Letters and Science Essential Skills. You'll be able to provide detailed information as to why you are not meeting this condition in the boxes that follow. So you'll be able to let us know why you're unable to meet the specific condition of admission, what actions have you taken to attempt to meet this condition of admission. You want to make sure that you provide a detailed timeline of any circumstances that may have happened during your last quarters or semester that may have caused you to not meet the breadth requirement that is stated in your conditions of admission. And then finally, you can let us know what you're doing to possibly make up this condition of admission. For example, are you signing up for a summer course to fulfill the last course that you need for a full UC IGETC certification, etc. It will ask you specifically in the form in question number 5, if you are enrolling in a summer course to meet your condition. And if you say yes, you'll be able to provide more information on that course. There's also additional information that you can provide by choosing to upload that proof of enrollment to let us know that you are indeed taking the course that you need to fulfill the general breadth requirement that you have. And that is the first one. I will no longer meet breadth requirements. The next option is I have not or will not meet the UC Transferable 3.0 minimum GPA requirement for winter 2022 and or spring 2022 term. So if your GPA fell below 3.0 during one of the two terms that are listed, either winter 2022 or spring 2022, you'll be able to provide us with detailed information similar to the first checkbox that you saw for not meeting breadth requirements. It asks the similar same questions as that one, where you want to provide as detailed of information as you can in each of the boxes. So when your admission officer goes to review your case, they'll have more information to go off of before making a recommendation on your admission status. If you do have any summer course enrollment, again, you can upload that unofficial transcript or enrollment verification saying that you are enrolled in a summer course. The next category is I have added or dropped a course or courses. So if you check on this box, you'll see that you have an option. So if you have updates to provide that weren't in your UC application after you completed your transfer application update in January, you'll be able to let us know now. So if you, for example, dropped a course, you'll hit drop. You'll put the department, say it's chemistry, you'll put chem, C-H-E-M. Then you'll put the course number, let's say it's Chem 1, and the course title is Introduction to Chemistry. You'll pick your school name. You can start typing the name of your school, and then it should come down as a drop-down option. So in this example, we'll use Berkeley City College. Click on that. You'll click the term. The term will either be winter 2022 or spring 2022. And then you'll pick the number of units for the class. Say it's a 4-unit course, for example. If you have multiple reports to put and add or drop, say something changed last minute with a course, and because you dropped Chem 1 because enrollment was filled, you can click add a course change again, and you can say you added a different course. And you'll be able to provide that specific information. And you can put multiple courses for adds or drops. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be a combination of both in this section. And just like some of the other updates options that you have, you can always upload your unofficial transcript or enrollment verification report. The next category is I will not complete 60 transferable semester units by the end of spring 2022. So for this, you'll be able to let us know what courses you may have dropped during spring or winter 2022 that may have caused you to fall under the 60 transferable semester units by the end of the spring 2022 term. And then if you scroll down, you'll be able to provide additional information in detail, similar to some of the other boxes that we went over earlier in this demonstration as to why you're not able to meet this minimum unit condition and what actions you're taking to meet this condition. And if you are enrolling in a summer course to make up this condition and to get to 60 plus UC transferable semester units before you start at Berkeley in the fall, you'll be able to include that information as well. The next box is summer schedule. So sometimes students are required by their respective college to complete a summer course or two to meet their conditions of admission. So if you are required in your conditions of admission by your respective college at Berkeley to enroll in summer courses, you can let us know that you've enrolled in that course by picking summer schedule and filling out the corresponding information. If you need to add a course to your summer schedule because you were approved to take summer courses to meet the 60 transferable units or to meet breadth requirements as required by your respective college, you'll be able to fill out an update form with summer schedule and provide us with that enrollment verification for the summer course or courses that you're taking before you start at Berkeley in August for the fall semester. The next category is I am having difficulty submitting a final transcript or final required document. We don't anticipate transfer students using this option until July, but you may fill it out earlier if you've already submitted final official transcripts and it's been over 3 weeks since you sent in that transcript and submitted the request from your respective issuing body, whether it be a school, department, or other organization. You will get further information later on in the process for a missing transcript ticket as well that you'll be able to fill out. But if you're having trouble submitting a transcript, you can let your admission officer know by filling out the section with detailed information in the comments box. Last category is I have earned a D grade or lower in a winter 2022 course, or I've earned a D grade or lower in a spring 2022 course, or will earn a grade of D or lower in a final spring term 2022 course. If this is the case, we'd like some detailed information on that, any extenuating circumstances that may have led to that low grade in the course, and then your admission officer will be able to review your case and get a decision to you. If you have supporting documents to upload, whether that's an official transcript with that final grade and your overall GPA for that specific term in the spring or winter, you can upload that transcript as well.
So for you all filling out this form, you may wonder what happens with this information afterward. With it, why do we collect this information and why do we collect it in the way that we collect it? Once we receive your official transcripts, we have a process in which we are comparing the information that was presented in your original application along with your academic update and comparing that to the official transcripts that we're receiving. So we just want to make sure that everything's matching up. And so if there have been any changes, we want to know about that beforehand before we receive those official documents. And we also want to know whether you're meeting your conditions of admission or not, because we do have to review each case by case. Some of the common, or one of the most commonly asked questions that we get from students is, if I have this situation, what does that mean for my admission status? Is this okay? Is this not okay? And it's really impossible for us to give you a blanket statement of, if you do this, then that is not okay and it will affect your admission status. And if you do this, this will be okay, as we review everything case by case. And that's why we have this opportunity for students to tell us as much information as they can as we review case by case. I think students often also get very stressed out about selecting the right condition or the right checkbox. And I want to assure students that it's not about checking the right one. The way we organize this just makes things easier for us as we're reviewing your case. But as long as you are putting that information somewhere in this form, we will ask for clarification if we need further clarification. I just want to stress to students that that is not going to be the deciding factor. So we just do this so that it's more organized for you and it's more organized for us, but please do not stress about selecting the right box. You'll also notice that certain conditions or certain boxes, when you click on that, it will actually tell you that you are required to upload an official transcript using the document upload widget at the end of the form. So it will then prompt this and it will say you are required to do that. I recommend for all students to include an unofficial transcript in those supporting documents. Oftentimes it can get kind of messy when students are reporting courses, whether, sometimes the course names don't match or the department coding is difficult to find or the number might be a little bit different. And so often it's just easiest for us when we're reviewing your case to just see what's listed on your unofficial transcript. Of course, if we need something from you, like your unofficial transcript, and you did not provide it initially, we will reach out to you and let you know. And how we reach out to you if we need further information on anything that you submit via this update form is we'll receive an email from us asking for you to provide us that information. And that email will tell you that we ask that you submit another update form with that information. What happens after you click this submit button and how you would be able to tell that we have received your update form is you will receive an email notification saying thank you for submitting that update form and that information is now being. And you'll also be able to see it back on your map at Berkeley. If you go back to this section, you will be able to see it as having been submitted. You will also hear an official response from our office via that form and via an email response letting you know that we have reviewed your information and whatever decision came from that. So I encourage you all to provide as much information as possible. Some questions that we often get about what kind of supporting documents are going to help or are going to be necessary, and it really does depend on what the situation is. So for example, some of those summer schedules or some of those adding a course during the summer, we always ask for that proof of enrollment if you have it, and so that we can include that information when we're reviewing your case. Sometimes students have a circumstance like they had a medical situation that came up, a documented medical situation, and there's a reason why they weren't able to earn a C or higher in one of their grades because of that medical situation, and they might want to include that information as a supporting document. Again, this is all here for you to tell us as much information as possible. As we review these cases, we want to make sure that we have as much info as possible so that we're making the best decision with consideration of all the different circumstances. So this is really your opportunity as a student to tell us that. And again, please don't stress with which section you put it in, and that, thinking, oh, I clicked the wrong box, and so that's automatically going to put me into a, don't worry about that. We, within those committees that review these cases, we are absolutely reviewing everything that's submitted, and we are asking for further information if we do need it. So please do not stress about that. Hopefully that provided a little bit more information about what this update form is, how to fill it out, and then also what happens with the information after you submit it. We are available for questions. If you want to ask further questions, you are able to reach our office. And once again, congratulations and thank you. Go Bears.